Hi guys, welcome to the McKola TV. Literally just got in from my journey back from Rotterdam. Manchester United obviously lost against Feyenoord last night. Disappointing day, disappointing result, disappointing performance. It felt very Louis van Gaal-esque and it was reminiscent of Manchester United in Europe last year. What went wrong for Manchester United? Because looking at the team from the off, I thought 4-3-3. The personnel picked, maybe I would have put Memphis instead of Mata, but the personnel picked was fine. I thought the midfield started well, particularly Schneiderlin and Herrera. And United looked like we had the better of the chances. Martial went close, Mata towards the end of the first half. Feyenoord didn't really cause us much problems, and we seemed in control, much like we did under Van Gaal, dominating possession. But we didn't have that thrust or that cutting edge in the final third. Maybe partly because of some players just coming into fitness, just coming into their games. There was a lot of first starts handed to players. Obviously, Darmian, Rojo, Smalling, first starts for them. First start for Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial coming back into the frame. Juan Mata didn't start against City, came on. Obviously, he's played a lot of football already this season, though. And then in the midfield, you had Schneiderlin, who hadn't played a game yet. But Herrera and Pogba, I thought Herrera was impressive yet again. And it's incredible because I've been meaning to talk about this for a while, actually. It always happens. At the game, speaking to people around me, sat in the stands. Yesterday, many people thought Darmian was poor in terms of getting forward, at least. Anyway, defensively, he wasn't that bad. He wasn't bad at all. But going forward, he didn't go forward enough, and he had a lot of space. And I could see why people were saying that. Many people criticised Memphis' performance when he came on, although I didn't really criticise him. I'm disappointed by it. I wanted him to do something, but he came on with 10-15 minutes to go, and he was 0-0 before that. So our problems went down to Memphis. Who else did people criticise yesterday around me? And everyone else thought Herrera played well, Schneiderlin played well. And then I got onto social media, and I'm thinking people are criticising Herrera, sticking up for Memphis, and it's completely a flip reverse of what people in the stands saw. And if you watch full-time Devils fan cams and you check out the comments, it's kind of reflected in that. So it's interesting how differently people see at the game to at home when you have the benefit of commentary and you have the benefit of replays, although you don't see the whole pitch at all times. So it's interesting to see that. Now, obviously, overall, the performance was whack. That's the best way to put it. It was poor. It was so poor. Turgid at times, second half particularly. And we just didn't look like scoring, and that's bad news. But, again, Jose Mourinho is still trying to find his best team, his best system, his best formation. He's still trying to find his feet as Manchester United manager. He's still judging the squad. Some players he may have felt let him down yesterday. But then even then, look at Memphis when he comes on. He's coming on with 10-15 minutes to go, and he's trying to force things, trying to make things happen. And for a player that under pressure, that's difficult. It'd be nice to be able to ease him in, bring him into games that we're winning 3 or 4-0. Some would say you don't spend that kind of money on a player that you bring on in times, and I totally agree with that. We've expected better from Memphis, but he needs to be played into confidence, and at the moment it's hard to do that. And you look at it all, and it just wasn't good enough. Players didn't take their chances. Rojo, many people have said he was poor. Darmian, some people said he was poor. So players letting themselves down. Morgan Schneiderlin, who I was surprised to see criticised, because I thought in the first half he protected his fullbacks well. And he broke up stuff very well. And that's exactly what we lacked against Manchester City. So I was surprised to see that. But again, some people saying he didn't do himself justice. So a few players there that probably didn't do themselves justice. But again, it's still kind of like their pre-season football for them. And even for Paul Pogba, who again has fallen under a lot of criticism now. Whilst his performances haven't been amazing, I put my hands up to that. Just because we spent so much money on him, you can't expect magic just like that. He's playing in a new team for a new manager. Jose Mourinho is probably still trying to figure out the best way to get the best out of him. And I think expecting instant results isn't the way to go. I'm kind of glad these things are happening now and not later on in the season. And I know it's the Europa League, and I'm kind of glad the defeat came in the Europa League and not the Premier League on Sunday. But if we see another performance like that on Sunday, then is there something to worry about? Is there something deeper to this that we don't know about? I don't know. But right now, I'm not panicking. You have to give the manager time. Just because I've criticised Jose Mourinho in the past, or Jose Mourinho hasn't been my favourite person in the past, I'm not going to jump on his back after a defeat or two defeats this week. I'm not going to do that. You have to give him time. You have to give any manager time. And Jose Mourinho isn't different to that. So, yes, it was disappointing. I still had a great time in Rotterdam. But overall, I'm not panicking too much just yet. We've still got it all to do in the Europa League. We've still got home games to come as well. 3 home games. I'm still confident we can qualify in that. Whether it's best or not for the season in the long run, I'm not sure. And I'm still confident we'll get things right in the Premier League. But we need to start performing, and we need to pick up a result on Sunday. Whether we perform or not, we need a result. We can't afford to lose 2 games in a row in the Premier League. Guys, thank you for joining me. I've been Adam McKola. This has been Adam McKola TV. Get your thoughts in on the Feyenoord result yesterday. And later on today as well, I'll have my Watford preview coming up. See you later.